He was accused of trespassing at the home he built with his own hands. Before this story begins, I want you to pause and imagine working your entire life for something. Imagine building your dream brick by brick, only to have someone look you in the eye and tell you that you don't belong there. If you believe that truth and justice should never depend on the color of your skin, then please hit that subscribe button right now and join the movement at the Untold Struggles. Because today, you're about to hear a story that will shake your heart. The sun glowed soft gold over Ridgewood Estates, one of those manicured suburban neighborhoods where every lawn looked like it had been cut with nail scissors. Marcus Bell, 38, adjusted his blazer, brushed the dust off his hands, and took one last look at the white two-story house he had developed himself. The house, his house, was the crown jewel of his real estate firm, Bellstone Development. He had bought this land 5 years ago when it was nothing but an empty lot and weeds. He had personally overseen the plans, the plumbing, the permits, and every nail driven into the walls. Now, standing on the newly paved driveway, he smiled. "We did it, Pop," he whispered, remembering his father, a construction foreman who used to tell him, "Son, don't just rent, build." The irony was thick that day, because the woman renting this house had no idea she was renting from its very creator. Rebecca Langley had just returned from yoga when she saw Marcus standing at the driveway, clipboard in hand, taking photos of the gutters and citing for an upcoming inspection. She slowed her BMW to a stop, her sunglasses glinting. Then, suspicion crept across her face. "Excuse me," she called out, slamming her car door shut. "What exactly are you doing here?" Marcus turned calm, polite. "Good morning, ma'am. Just checking on some exterior maintenance. You're Rebecca Langley, correct?" Rebecca crossed her arms. "That's Ms. Langley. And who are you supposed to be?" He offered his hand. "Marcus Bell. I'm the property owner." "Owner," she cut in sharply, eyes narrowing. "I doubt that." Her words sliced through the air like ice. Marcus hesitated. "Yes, you." But before he could finish, Rebecca was already pulling out her phone. "I'm calling the police. You people can't just walk up to private homes and take pictures." Marcus blinked. "You people." The camera of her phone was already up. "You heard me," she said coldly. "I've seen you hanging around before. Are you casing houses? You know this is a safe neighborhood." Marcus stepped back, hands raised, his voice calm but tight. "Ma'am, I built this home. I own it. You rent from Bellstone Development. That's my company." Rebecca scoffed. "Nice try. Bellstone is owned by Marcus Bell. He's a professional." "Not." Her eyes flicked up and down his brown skin, his work boots, his clipboard. "Not someone like you." Marcus froze. There it was, not even hidden, the quiet venom. Seconds later, the sound of sirens echoed down the cul-de-sac. Two police cruisers pulled up, lights flashing, drawing neighbors to their windows like moths to flame. Rebecca waved frantically. "Officers, that man's trespassing. He's pretending to be my landlord." Marcus tried to speak. "Officer, I'm—" "Sir, step back, please." The first officer, a tall man with a tight jaw, placed a hand near his holster. Marcus exhaled. "My name is Marcus Bell. I'm the developer and owner of this property. I have my credentials here." He reached for his briefcase slowly, carefully, too aware of the neighborhood eyes on him. Rebecca snorted. "Oh, please. Anyone can print a fake document." But when Marcus opened the case and produced a folder with official city permits and property deeds, the officer's tone shifted. "Wait a second. Bellstone Development. Marcus Bell." He glanced up at Marcus, then back at Rebecca. "Ma'am, this man's name is literally on the deed." Rebecca blinked, speechless. The officer continued. "Looks like he's your landlord. You're renting his house." Gasps whispered through the gathering crowd. Rebecca's face turned red. This must be some kind of mistake." Marcus locked eyes with her, not angry, but deeply wounded. "The only mistake, Ms. Langley, was assuming I didn't belong here." Narrator, voice heavy with emotion. If this moment hit you, if you've ever been judged before anyone knew your name, then take 2 seconds right now. Hit subscribe and join us at the Untold Struggles. Because these are the stories they don't show you on TV, stories that matter. By that evening, the video of the confrontation had already hit social media. Someone had filmed Rebecca's meltdown, the phone in her hand, the shouting, the police. The clip went viral within hours. White tenant calls cops on her black landlord. The comments section was brutal. Some mocked Rebecca's ignorance. Others called for her eviction. But for Marcus, it wasn't about revenge. It was about the weight of what had happened. The reminder that no amount of success could shield him completely from prejudice. He sat at his desk that night, staring at the photo of his father in uniform, a man who'd worked 40 years just to buy their first modest home. Marcus whispered, "I'm not letting this break me, Pop. I'll turn it into something." And he did. The next morning, Marcus made a bold decision to go public. Not to shame Rebecca, but to speak out. He released a statement online. "I'm Marcus Bell. I built the house I was accused of trespassing at. My story isn't rare, but it should be." The post exploded. News outlets called. Talk shows invited him to speak. Rebecca tried to issue an apology video, but it came too late. The truth was already spreading faster than her excuses. Weeks later, Marcus stood in front of the very same home, this time surrounded by reporters and cameras. A local news anchor asked, "Mr. Bell, why not sue?" He smiled faintly. "Because this isn't just about me. It's about changing a mindset. You can't sue ignorance, you educate it." Behind him, a moving truck sat idling. Rebecca was leaving, head low, avoiding cameras. Marcus watched her for a moment, then said softly, "I hope she learns something from all this." But the twist, the quiet irony, came minutes later. A new tenant arrived to view the property, Dr. Evelyn Langley, Rebecca's mother. Evelyn looked at Marcus with teary eyes. "Mr. Bell, I came to apologize. My daughter was raised better than that. If you'll allow it, I'd like to rent this place myself. Maybe heal what she broke." Marcus nodded, moved. Sometimes redemption starts at home. Months later, Bellstone Development launched a new housing initiative, Homes of Honor, aimed at building affordable homes for veterans and underrepresented families. The program drew massive media attention, and at the ceremony, as Marcus gave his speech, someone unexpected stood in the back of the crowd. Rebecca. She wasn't holding a phone this time. She was holding flowers. After the event, she approached him quietly. "I lost a lot after what happened," she admitted. "My job, my friends, but I also learned more than I ever had in my life. I'm sorry. ZZXXXXXXXX." Marcus looked at her for a long moment, then nodded slowly. Growth doesn't erase the past, but can build something better. He extended his hand. She took it, trembling, and for the first time, there was no tension, no cameras, no performance, just two people standing in the sunlight of something like understanding. As Marcus turned to leave, his phone buzzed, an email from the city council. Subject line, "Bellstone chosen for major city redevelopment project." He smiled, eyes gleaming. The man once profiled in front of his own house was now building the city's future. Narrator, rising music. They tried to silence him with suspicion, but he answered with success. "If you believe in justice, in dignity, and in the strength to rise again, then stand with us." Back in Dindex, pointing right, hit like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Untold Struggles, because the next story might just change how you see the world.